Hi, and welcome to a new pick a card reading. Today I'm doing it very differently. I do it like a head-on thing because that is just something that I really like when I watch other pick a card readings. So I would love for you to let me know how you like this. I'm just sitting at my dining room table. I have like a tapestry of the world behind me, and I have 4 decks in front of me. So today's pick a card reading is going to be about the next school year, what kind of energies, what kind of challenges, and everything you can expect for the next school year. So I'm going to show you the piles on my phone with my phone. So for pile number 1, I have the Good Karma Tarot. For pile number 2, I have the Dreaming Way Tarot. For pile number 3, I have the Dark Wood Tarot. And for pile number 4, I have the Friends Tarot. I always try to pick decks that have very different vibes, so you can, I think that makes it a little bit easier for you to choose. So pick your pile, and you can always find the timestamps, including the decks that I use for my readings, in the description box below. If you enjoy this reading, you can always book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the links either in the description box or the pinned comment. I will always have them in the description box. Sometimes I'm a little late with leaving and pinning my comment, but yeah, so Good Karma for pile number 1, Dreaming Way for pile number 2, Dark Wood for pile number 3, and Friends for pile number 4. Let's get on to pile number 1. Hi, pile number 1, you chose the Good Karma Tarot deck. This is one of those decks that just gives good vibes. I mean, it's called Good Karma Tarot. So let's shuffle. So first I want to get a card for the overall energy of the school year. Overall energy of the school year. We have the Death card, which means that either this school year is going to really transform your life in some way. It could mean that for some of you it could be that this is a new study, new college, a new new school, you know. So it's completely like a new phase, a new start, or like the start of a new part of your life, new chapter, I should say. But usually, you know, I mean, it's a school year, things are really gonna change in your life. You have to get used to the new rhythm, the new routine of going back to school. Whether you went to school last year or you didn't, that doesn't really matter, because it's still gonna be really different. You're gonna learn a lot of things which are gonna maybe make you leave some things behind. But yeah, the overall theme is death. And I did get a clarifier card, the Queen of Coins. This is a card that I usually see as really knowing your own value, really knowing your own worth, and gaining a lot of things. So because it's the school year, I would say gaining a lot of knowledge. But the coins, the suit of pentacles, can also indicate wealth. So new wealth coming in could also be the case for you. But also this tells me that the upcoming school year, if you devote your time correctly and you prioritize correctly, you could be very, very successful the next school year. So that is some great overall energy for you. So let's see, what did I write down? Yeah, for the next one, I want to share or want to see what blessings you can expect. So what blessings can you expect the next school year? I have the Two of Cups. That could either indicate some sort of relationship. It doesn't really have to be somebody who you go to school with, but it could just be anybody who you connect that you're gonna get to know or get to know better the next school year. So the Two of Cups is a card of relationships, of really deep connection. So that is something that you can expect for the next school year, which is going to be awesome because you can help each other grow, you can help each other, you know, transform with the Death card, but you really are going to be blessings to each other for the next school year, which is going to be great. Ooh, I also have the Tower in reverse, so which is interesting as a blessing, because the Tower is some sort of chaotic moment, some kind of change that is gonna feel crumbling. So if there's anything that is gonna happen to you in the upcoming school year that feels like it's devastating, that feels like it's very chaotic and very bad, please know that we got the Tower in reverse for your blessings, meaning that whatever feels very chaotic, very uncomfortable, is gonna turn out for the better for you. So I can't really tell you what that is. We do have it next to the Two of Cups. So if you are currently in a relationship or you have a very deep connection, it could be that that connection with the other person kind of falls, or it could be that that something happens with the connection that you have with this person that feels very devastating, but could turn out for the better. It could also be that the relationship with one person has to fall apart for another one to begin. So the last card that I want to pull, no, let's do 2 cards. The last 2 cards that I want to pull for the blessings, I have Temperance and I have 10 of Wands. So because I pulled these together, I want to say that, okay, these are blessings, right? So there's gonna be some hard work required to really get to your transition, to your rebirth, to your success. There's going to be some hard work required, but it's really important to recognize the balance between working hard and getting overburdened. So because the 10 of Wands is a card of burdens, right? You can definitely tell here in her face that she is very determined to do the things that she needs to do. She's like moving all her sticks here, all her wands here. She's very determined to do that, and I do feel like if you keep on being determined, then you definitely are gonna be very successful this school year. So it's really a year of pulling through, but also recognizing when it is getting too hard and to feel like you don't have to do this alone. I don't know why I just want to say that, but we do have the Two of Cups here with the relationship, as like a significant person. You don't have to do this alone. And with the Temperance, it's about moderation. So moderation of your time, knowing when to prioritize your schoolwork and knowing when to prioritize your mental health, because you can't really get a lot of schoolwork done if your mental health is in a really bad place. So that is what I kind of feel with the Temperance and the 10 of Wands. So now I want to look at what challenges you can expect. I wrote down some questions. I could create a spread out of it, but it's just, challenges to expect for the next school year. I have the 10 of Coins in reversed. Ooh, and I have the Emperor reversed. I'm going to pull one more card. And we have Judgment reversed. So we have a lot of reverse cards. Let's see. So with the Emperor is somebody like a leader, like an authority figure. And having it be in reverse tells me that this is somebody who you're going to have to deal with. Like, I don't know if this energy is you, but I feel like for most of you who are watching, this is a card that represents somebody in your life that is gonna be a challenge. There's gonna be somebody, maybe a teacher or somebody who has authority over you, who you feel doesn't really have your best interest in mind. It could be somebody who has authority over you and kind of misuses that authority, or you feel like they are misusing that authority. And that is something that you have to stand up for. You have to stand up for yourself. The Judgment card upright, it is about recognizing your purpose, hearing a call, and having it be in reverse tells me that this energy is sort of blocked. What you're going to struggle with regarding the Judgment card could be some self-doubt, really feeling like you're maybe not in the right place, and if you keep being determined, if you keep being devoted, then you're gonna be very successful. We already saw that in the overall energy, but doesn't mean that there's not going to be any challenges where you feel self-doubt and where you're feeling like you might not really be in the right place. And it could also be that the Emperor reverse person is making you feel that way, is making you doubt yourself. And then the 10 of Coins in reverse, it could have to do with some wealth, finance, challenges. So maybe the money for your college, what you have to pay, your tuition, turns out to be more than you thought it would be, or you're just struggling to pay it, or you're just gonna have some financial, I don't want to say necessarily difficulties, but challenges. So that is something that I see for you for challenges. So let's look at what your focus should be for the next school year. What should you focus on for the next school year? I have the Lovers card, which is, of course, can indicate some sort of relationship. It could be a connection with somebody. We do have the blessings of the Two of Cups, so that kind of tells me that if you put your focus right, if you put your focus on the right person, then that person can really help be a blessing for the upcoming school year, as well as making the right decisions and picking the right priorities. I'm looking outside because my neighbors are fidgeting in their car right outside my window, and I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable because they can definitely see that I'm filming myself and that I'm putting down cards. But you know what? I don't care. This is what I love to do. So then next we have the Page of Swords. It's about new ideas, finding new inspiration, new ideas, inspiration. What I want to say, I had words that I wanted to say. And really allowing yourself to be curious about what it is that you do, I do feel like you're going to get some like great ideas. If you can get the inspiration, you can get some great ideas, whether that has to do with your schoolwork or not, with like assignments or something. I do see something creatively, like she's writing in this picture or in the card. So it could have to do with something like writing, communication. Maybe you're studying something regarding communication, or you have to write a lot of assignments, and you're gonna get a lot of stuff done if you focus on the right inspiration for that, if that makes sense. Then we have the Magician in reverse, and we have the Hanged Woman in reverse. So the Magician upright is manifestation. It's knowing, like taking the next step. And I feel like with the Magician in reverse, some of you might feel like taking the next step a little bit too soon. For those of you who are in college, maybe you are getting a job offer, and that is something that you would like to focus on. But this card kind of tells me that it might be good to first finish college, because opportunities will come around eventually. And I feel like this card is kind of blocking you, kind of wanting you to take a step back. We have the Hanged Woman here too. Kind of take a step back and look at the full picture. Do you need your degree for more opportunities? Or I'm kind of relaying this to my own situation, where I am studying to become a teacher, and I got the offer of a teaching job. I took that, and now I'm delayed in my study because I couldn't get my assignments on time. The teaching position was way too hard for me to do without my degree, and without anybody helping me. So that is kind of like my example. That is what definitely the energy that I am feeling here. And with the Hanged Woman in reverse, I feel like the Hanged Woman upright is about taking a step back and accepting what is going on, like surrendering, and you might be blocking that and you really want to move ahead. But I think it's good to know that we do have of course the Ten of Wands. We have like a toxic leader, a toxic boss or teacher or something. So I think it's good to really not want to take a next step too quickly, or to really go ahead of yourself. So yeah, that is what I see for you, pile number 1. I really hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear how it resonated with you. Leave a comment down below. Again, if you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the links in the description box. And if you enjoy pick a card readings, all things tarot, I would love it if you could subscribe to this channel, because I do these pretty much all the time. So I would love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 2. You chose the Dreaming Way Tarot. So let's see. I kind of like created a spread. So we're gonna first look at the overall energy of the new year. I have the Moon in reverse. Oh, so, okay, so first of all, this is a deck that I found really calls you out. We have the Queen of Wands, and I wanted to pull this one, the Eight of Wands reversed. So the first thing that I see is the Eight of Wands reversed. Upright, it is quick development. So, and reverse, it is more delays. So being delayed about something. We have the Queen of Wands, really wanting to do something with your passion, really being passionate about what it is that you do, very creative. And the Moon in reverse indicates like repressing your emotions maybe, or also overcoming your fear. So that is something that I do see. So some of you might be dealing with anxiety or something else that is really like emotionally heavy for you, and that could be causing some delays in your study, in your life in general. So for most of you, I assume that you are in college because you're watching a video for the upcoming school year. Some of you may be in a position where you are already delayed in your study because of some personal issues, of some emotionally either overwhelm or like I said, emotionally draining things that may have already happened in the past, and that is why you are here. And I do feel like the overall energy that we have is the Queen of Wands, with really going for it, really being passionate and feeling like fiery about what it is that you do. So that is going to be the overall energy for the school year. Oh, and also the Queen of Wands is like super determined and very confident. So that is the, like I said, overall energy for the school year, as long as you can sort of like channel that. So next I want to look at what blessings you can expect for the upcoming school year. Blessing. Why am I dropping everything? Okay, so I'm dropping all my cards. Okay, blessings to expect for the upcoming school year for pile number 2. I'm literally getting the same 2 cards that I just pulled away. So I have the Five of Cups, I have the Empress card in reverse, and the Devil card in reverse, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. So, okay, we already talked with the Moon about having certain anxieties, like very emotionally drained. And the first thing that I want to say to you is that we have the Nine of Swords reverse. Upright, it means sleepless nights. It means being very anxious and depressed, and having it being reversed tells me that this school year you're gonna somehow work on this, and you're gonna overcome a lot of anxieties and fears that you have about certain things. I don't know if you have anxiety about all of the things in your life, or maybe just your work life, your school life, but you're gonna work on overcoming your anxiety and your emotionally the things that you struggle with emotionally. So that is something that is going to be a blessing for you. We also have the Devil in reverse. This is like leaving restrictions. If you have been feeling very restricted about something, then a blessing for you for the next school year is that you're gonna release yourself of these bounds, of these restrictions. This could be, for some of you, I don't know why I'm feeling this, for some of you it could be that you are not really feeling what you are studying. Maybe you're like in your first or second school year, and you're not really feeling what you're studying, you're not really feeling passionate about it, and you're feeling very anxious that you made the wrong choice. And for a lot of you it could be letting go of the idea that you have to finish this, because many of you don't have to finish this, and you can start over and start with something that you are passionate about and that you're not feeling restricted by, and that is going to relieve a lot of those anxieties and fears for you. And we have the Empress reverse. I think it's interesting that this is with the blessings, but because it did come up with the Devil card twice while I tried to pull cards. So I think that the thing that you are gonna release yourself of is gonna help you kind of come over your creative block. If you've been feeling like creatively blocked because what you are trying to do isn't really fueling you creatively, then that is something that could happen for you. It's also, the Emperor's card reverse, also a card of being dependent on others. And it could feel like it is a bad thing, but it could also be that you don't have to do everything alone. And this is something that I talked about in the previous pile too. But you don't have to do everything alone. It's not a bad thing to ask for help and to it's like being dependent on others, but you don't have to feel restricted by them or feel bound to them or feel like you owe them something. That's not the case if you ask somebody for help. So I do feel like a blessing for you is being able to ask for help, whether that is a guidance counselor at your school or somebody else who can help you make these decisions that you are unsure about. And then we have the Five of Cups. I think we have such interesting cards here because it's the blessings of the next school year. And we have the Five of Cups, which is usually a card that indicates being very pessimistic. But maybe you being pessimistic about what you do is a blessing because it makes you realize that you don't want to do it, and it helps you make the decision to do something else. That is something that I am definitely feeling for you, that you are in a place right now where you're just not content. And the delays make sense because when you pick another, this is what's the overall theme, when you pick another study and you stop this one, you not necessarily start over because you definitely have learned things from what you're doing right now, and you're going to take all that knowledge and all that wisdom with you onto the next thing that you're doing. But it's gonna delay. It's gonna delay your path a little bit. But sometimes delays are not a bad thing. Sometimes you need delays in order to be where you need to be. That's just a thing that happens. So let's look at the challenges that you're gonna face. I mean, I do feel like we have already talked about a lot of challenges, but let's see. Challenges that you're gonna face. We have the Five of Wands, being kind of in conflict with somebody. We have the Ace of Cups reversed, and we have the Ace of Wands reversed. So definitely challenges that I already see with the Five of Wands, conflict with people, whether that is like, I don't know why I feel group projects, but that could be for some of you that you're not finding your place in group projects. It could be very hard with somebody else when you're trying to talk to somebody. Maybe you've asked for, like, you haven't asked for help yet, and somebody is trying to offer you advice that you don't want to take, and they're kind of turning it into a conflict. We have the Ace of Cups reversed, saying that you kind of know that you need to leave, but you're also resistant to leave. And that is a challenge that you need to overcome the next school year, that if you truly know that leaving this path is the best thing for you to do, you might still be resistant, but you know that it's the right thing to do. Definitely ask for help, and kind of talk it over with somebody else. But yeah, that is something that you're going to have to overcome, the urge to resist leaving. And we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So this upright means having inspiration, feeling very creative, and all those things, all that fire energy basically. And having it be in reverse tells me that this energy is blocked and that you aren't feeling very creative because you're not on the right path. And for some of you, it could be that you don't necessarily need to leave the path that you are on, but there needs to be a change on the path because you're not feeling great. And it is the fact that you are not feeling great, that you're feeling pessimistic. So like the Five of Cups blessing card here, that is what is going to help you make changes in your life and put you on the path that you do feel great on. So I do feel like a lot of things are going to happen for you next school year. So let's see, what should the focus be of your next school year? So let's see. I have Six of Cups reversed. I have 10 of Wands, and I have 10 of Pentacles. Let me take a second here, because the Six of Cups reverse tells me is usually when I get it in a reading, I read it as clinging to the past. Is there anything that you wanted to do when you were younger, when you were a child or just younger, that you really wanted to do and that people said that you couldn't do? Because I feel like this tells me that the focus is that, yeah, maybe your family said that you couldn't do this. For some of you, it could be that your family said that you couldn't do this thing, so you went on this other path, which turns out to be not the best path for you. And I feel like if you keep being determined, so this is the focus, right, of your next school year. If this thing from your past is still what you really want to do in life, then you should pull through. You should, it's not going to be easy. None of this is gonna be easy. Like I said, this is deck that calls you out and that just says it as it is, and it's very blunt, but it also makes for a very clear calling out reading. So if you keep being determined, if you pull through, do focus on your own well-being and your mental health, of course, because we do have the Nine of Swords in reverse here, overcoming your anxieties and your fears. But as long as you pull through with the thing that it is that you really, really long to do, then it's gonna be all fine. And I do see 10 of Pentacles here. This is your finances, so your focus should also be on your finances as well, but also family. So if your family has been encouraging you down on this path where you don't feel comfortable, where you're just not enjoying yourself, I definitely feel like you should talk about it with them. Yeah, I definitely feel like you should talk about it with them if your family is the one that says that you can't do this thing that you really wanted to do in your past. So yeah, I think that is it. For your reading, pile number 2. So if you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. And you can also book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the links in the description box and the pinned comment. Yeah, and I also do pick a card readings on my channel all the time. So if you like these kinds of videos, definitely subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 3, you chose the Dark Wood Tarot deck. I'm just gonna shuffle it a little bit more, and then we're gonna get into your reading. So we're gonna go over the overall theme of your next school year, the blessings to expect, challenges to expect, and the focus of your next school year. So let's see what overall theme for your next school year. We have the Moon in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So with the Hierophant in reverse, it usually indicates some sort of breaking with an establishment. So breaking tradition, kind of like challenging the status quo. So challenging what is normal, challenging what is expected of you. That is the main overall theme. And they do have the supporting cards of the Moon in reverse, which is about overcoming fears. We also had the Moon in reverse for pile number 2 in overall theme, so very specific, but it's repressing your emotions, feeling emotionally drained for some of you even, having a lot of anxieties and fears, and sometimes this can also indicate secrets. So having I feel like it being in reverse tells me that the secrets are already revealed or are gonna be revealed, and that is an overall theme for the next year. And then we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So upright, I would say this is more about putting up boundaries, but having it be in reverse, the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very confrontational. They are very blunt. They are very cold-hearted, I want to say. Interesting as an overall theme of the month, but we're gonna go into it for the blessings. Okay, let's talk about something positive. What are some blessings that you can expect for the next school year? I have 6 of Wands, being very proud of what you do, accomplishing things that you can be proud of doing. In the Six of Wands, you can see somebody sitting on a horse, on a horse, and they are being celebrated. So there's something, some blessing that is gonna happen that's gonna make it so you will celebrate it. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but one of the blessings that you're gonna encounter next year is a celebration of some sort, of feeling proud. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You're really gonna need to start planning correctly. For some of you, you're like, okay, don't call me out like that. Maybe some of you are really the most organized and the best at planning, maybe. But this is definitely a card that tells me that if you organize your life, and if you keep being organized and keep like making it like a plan or something like that, in a way that you're very organized about what you're doing, then that is going to be a huge blessing for you. Maybe somebody could, I don't know yet what the challenges are going to be, but it could be that being organized and having all your ducks in a row is going to save you from something bad happening, maybe even. I don't know why I feel that, but that's what I feel. And we have these Six of Cups in reverse. So usually this is clinging on to the past, clinging on to the old, maybe somebody coming back in your life from the past that is going to be a blessing to you. Or maybe even those were a couple of cards that fell. But for some of you, it could even be breaking with somebody from your past. So maybe somebody in your life, or somebody is in your life or trying to come back into your life, maybe like an ex or something, or somebody else from the past who is trying to claw their way back into your life. And it's gonna be a blessing if you kind of like cut them off or cut them out. Okay, I also have the Death card and the Fool card, which really is about transition, change. The Fool is about starting over, taking risks also. So there are going to be blessings in change. There's going to be like maybe a new life phase, a new phase starting. So for some of you, it could be anything really. There could be something that is going to happen that's going to make you transition into sort of a new life phase, which could also be if you are starting a new study, if you're starting at a new school, or maybe you have just graduated and you want to know for the next, I don't know, August, September to the next July, August, what's going to happen. Then there's blessings in like starting this new life phase. And there's going to be blessings in the Fool, in taking risks, in maybe allowing yourself to be a little bit more childlike. I think that's appropriate to say with the Six of Cups reverse. It could be not really being in tune with like your inner child, maybe. That's what I want to say. So let's see what we have for challenges to expect in the next school year. I have the Wheel of Fortune as a challenge. Maybe tides are like changing. How do you say? Tides are changing. The wheel is turning, and you are feeling that as a challenge. You are experiencing it as a challenge. Well, really, it's really what you make of it. And we have the Chariot, which are both positive cards in the challenge part of the spread. So the Wheel of Fortune is about karma, about good luck. Maybe you feel like karma is not on your side. Maybe karma is not on your side because you haven't built up great karma. For that could be the case for some of you. The Chariot is about pulling through. So some of you might have problems pulling through, and kind of carrying your weight, maybe in a group project or something. But that is going to be a challenge for you to stay determined, to be on the path where you are right now. And yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune as that's a great card to have as a challenge, I think. Maybe you are not really seeing any luck that you are having. That's the only thing that I can think of as a challenge. You're just, maybe it's your mindset, maybe, and it could also be your karma, that you haven't really built up great karma, but only you really know that about yourself. Okay, so let's look at, why am I dropping so many cards today? It's insane. So I want to look at the focus for you. What should be your focus of the next month? The Nine of Swords reversed, Queen of Pentacles, Judgment reversed. I'm getting so many of the same cards in these readings. Anyway, your focus is going to be overcoming any fears and anxieties that you have. Your focus is gonna be knowing what you are worth, knowing what you have to offer, and knowing that if you stay determined, we had that challenge card, remember, the Chariot, determination. We have determination in the Queen of Pentacles too, that if you stay determined, devoted to what you are doing, then you're gonna see success. So that is gonna be another focus for you. As well as Judgment in reverse. So when we have it upright, it's about finding your purpose, and you're maybe gonna feel some self-doubt, and it's about how you handle that self-doubt. Is it something that only you think about yourself? Is it something that other people are putting on you and that you're taking on? But it is about overcoming self-doubt, knowing what you are worth, overcoming your anxiety and your fears, and maybe even overcoming some delusions is what I feel with we had the Moon in reverse here. Yeah. So, pile number 3, this was your reading. I really hope it resonated with you. Please let me know how it resonated with you in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. You can also book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me through the links in the description box and the pinned comments as well. I would love to work together with you. And if you want to see more pick a card readings, more tarot-like videos, then definitely subscribe to this channel, because I do these all the time. And I would love to have you here. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Hi, pile number 4. This is going to be your reading for the upcoming school year. So if you chose this pile, I assume you like the show Friends. It could also be that this was just a pile that caught your focus, caught your eye the most, and you don't really care that the deck is about friends. I personally really love this deck, and I also really love the show. So yeah, let's see, what overall theme do we have for the upcoming school year for you? Let's see. The Magician, it's about manifestation, manifesting your dreams, manifesting, doing the work is what I want to say. Knowing that you have all the resources, or connecting to resources to get you where you want to be. And we have the King of Cups. This could indicate somebody, or it could indicate just your own vibe, just your own energy, I guess. And the King of Cups is somebody who's very emotionally mature. They know where they are in life, they know their place, they know what they want, and they have this very calm, inspirational energy. So that's great as an overall theme for the upcoming school year. Let's look at the blessings for next year. We have the Devil. This is Joey. So, but it's a blessing. So it could be, usually this is like bound, restrictions, bad habits. It could be anything like that. I don't know. I want to pull a clarification card. I also wanted to pull the other card, which was the Three of Cups, friendships, finding community, you know, all that good stuff. So I want a clarification for the Devil. Why is the Devil a blessing? Two of Wands. That is more about, like, okay, I don't know why I want to sit like this, but it's more about planning, looking to the future. Why is the Devil a blessing? I think for some of you it could be that because you are maybe looking to the future, you are recognizing that the person or energy that represents the Devil is no longer for you, and you are ready to release that. And oh right, the Devil card could also indicate some sort of obsession. So it could also be that if there's some obsession that you have, that it could turn out for the better, maybe. That's interesting, but I already talked about the Three of Cups, right? Finding community, that's going to be a blessing. Finding new friends, maybe, or reconnecting friendships, or maybe just some friendships are just going to grow stronger. That is going to be a huge blessing. So I want one more card for blessings. Ooh, the Moon, connecting to your intuition, connecting to your higher self even. Sometimes the Moon is also about secrets. It's about illusions, things that you can't see or think that you are seeing. So that could be something of significance for some of you. But yeah, some blessings are maybe keeping some secrets, or maybe even finding out secrets of, okay, thank you, thank you. Wow, there are all these old people on scooters riding by. That was sick to see. Anyways, keeping secrets, it could be that is going to be a blessing, or it's going to be a blessing to find out some secrets about other people. And maybe it's like the secrets of this devil person that are going to come out, that are going to be like sort of like a blessing in disguise. So, challenges to expect for the upcoming school year. With the Lover's card, it could be that there's a relationship that you have with a certain person that's going to be challenging. It's not that they're like a bad thing for you, it's just that there's going to be challenges for you that you're going to have to shift your focus on a little bit for the next school year. And again, I keep coming back to this devil card. That's a blessing. It could be that this is like an addiction, or a person with an addiction, or a person with a bad habit that maybe you are in a relationship with, or that you have a close connection with, that is going to be a challenge for you to deal with. But it doesn't really mean that they are a lost cause. It doesn't really mean that you have to let them go. We do have the Two of Wands here looking at the future. How do you see this person fitting into your future? Do you see a future with this person? And the answers of that question are going to be, hopefully going to be a blessing. It could also challenge your relationship, challenge your connection that you have with a certain person. The Lover's card is also associated with making decisions that are going to be hard to do. So there could be some decisions. Again, I keep coming back to the Devil card, but having some decision, or the secrets really with the Moon, that you're going to have to make decisions on that are just not going to be easy, and that are going to be very challenging for you. So I want one more card for challenges. Well, one more card for challenges. Nine of Swords. Anxiety, sleepless nights. There are going to be things that you are going to feel very anxious about, that you feel are just going to feel really bad about, really. That is going to be a challenge for you. It doesn't mean, again, that it's the end of the world, that you're not going to overcome it, because challenges are there to overcome, of course. So let's look at the focus of the upcoming school year. Focus on kind of what you should personally focus on consciously to overcome your challenges, to just deal with everything. What should your focus be? High Priestess in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the Six of Wands. So first of all, Six of Wands, a moment to be proud of. Know what it is that you have accomplished, that you can be very proud of, instead of focusing on everything that's going wrong and all your anxiety and all that stuff. Focus on the good. Focus on the things that you can be proud of. Focus on celebrating. We have the Fool in reverse. Usually the Fool is about taking risks and then paying off, but having it be in reverse tells me that maybe there are some risks that you think are worth taking, but maybe are not. It could have to do with the devil person, with the relationship, with the secrets. Maybe some secrets are better for keeping than for sharing. Those are just things to think about and things to focus on. What risks are worth taking and which ones aren't. We also have the High Priestess in reverse, and this also indicates some sort of secrets. It tells me maybe like having disconnected intuition. So this tells me that working on your intuition, on your how do I want to say this? Just your trust your gut, basically, is what I feel. That is one of the focuses, that trust your gut, trust your intuition, strengthen your intuition with whatever you prefer to strengthen your intuition with. You are definitely overthinking things. Simplify your thinking is what I feel here as a focus. So that is what the focus is. Because if you simplify your thinking, if you don't overthink everything, you're going to have less anxiety. Decisions are going to be easier to make. and it's gonna be easier to see which risks are worth taking and which are not. So yeah, that was pile number 4, the reading for you. I really hope you resonated with it. Please let me know how this reading resonated in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you want to book a personal one-on-one tarot reading with me, you can do so through the links in the description box and the pinned comment. I would absolutely love to work with you. And if you like pick a card readings, if you like videos about tarot, witchy DIYs, that kind of stuff, definitely subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.